Today, we're talking about a bit of a mystery involving the Nintendo Switch 2, thanks to a very intriguing insider. This is the same person who, if you remember, correctly leaked the entire June Nintendo Direct lineup before it happened. That was a pretty big deal because not only were they spot on with their details, but their leaks were largely ignored in the West until everything they said came true. So, naturally, when they speak up again, people pay attention. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This insider, who posts on Weibo, a Chinese social media platform, has started dropping cryptic hints about a possible reveal date for the Nintendo Switch 2. And when I say cryptic, I mean they're counting down using Fibonacci sequence numbers. Yep, it's a countdown that started on December 21st and, if the pattern holds, will end on January 8th. Why is that significant? Well, this same person had previously claimed that the Switch 2 would be revealed in January. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This insider, who posts on Weibo, a Chinese social media platform, has started dropping cryptic hints about a possible reveal date for the Nintendo Switch 2. And when I say cryptic, I mean they're counting down using Fibonacci sequence numbers. Yep, it's a countdown that started on December 21st and, if the pattern holds, will end on January 8th. Why is that significant? Well, this same person had previously claimed that the Switch 2 would be revealed in January. Now, let's talk a bit more about this insider and why their claims carry so much weight. This user, who operates on Weibo, isn't just anyone. They're the same person who leaked the entire June Nintendo Direct lineup before it aired. That leak was so accurate it left no room for doubt about their sources. What's interesting is that this person seems to prefer working in secrecy. After their June leaks went viral, they deleted all their posts and even made their account private. However, just like in the past, this insider has resurfaced, and they're dropping hints again. This time, they're pointing to January 8th as the date to watch. Their use of the Fibonacci sequence to create a countdown has definitely captured people's attention. And while their posts are private, screenshots of their countdown have been shared widely, sparking intense speculation about what might happen on that date. Here's another layer to the story. This insider had previously suggested a January announcement and a March release for the Nintendo Switch 2. This claim was made back in November, and it aligns with some other credible reports. For example, Foxconn's November financial report indicated that they had already shipped a batch of assembled Switch 2 units to Nintendo. This suggests that the hardware is not only finalized but already being stockpiled, hinting at a short gap between the announcement and release. Of course, not everyone agrees on the timeline. While this insider sticks firmly to their prediction of a March release, other industry voices, like Nate the Hate and Nintendo Duo, suggest we might see a May event or even a June release. Despite the differing opinions, what remains consistent is the expectation that Nintendo is gearing up for a major announcement early in the year. Let's dive deeper into these conflicting reports and explore what they mean for the Switch 2's potential launch. So, what's the current state of the rumors? On one hand, we have this insider, who is adamant about a January reveal and a March release. They even point to production and shipping data to back up their claims. On the other hand, industry voices like Nate the Hate and Nintendo Duo believe that while an announcement might happen in January, the release could be slated for May or June. Here's where the Foxconn report comes into play. It stated that assembled units had already been shipped to Nintendo, which is unusual because it differs from the typical pre-mass production process. This could mean that Nintendo is preparing for a quicker turnaround between reveal and release than we usually see. If true, it strengthens the case for a March release. But let's not forget how unpredictable Nintendo can be. They've surprised us in the past with sudden announcements and rapid launches, so anything is possible. While some insiders are leaning toward a traditional marketing cycle with a reveal months ahead of release, others suggest that Nintendo could condense the process into just a few months, or even weeks. Ultimately, the only consistent piece of information we have is that an announcement is likely coming soon, possibly before Nintendo's financial meeting on February 4th. But whether the release follows in March, May, or June remains up in the air. Let's take a closer look at the potential timeline for the Switch 2 reveal and release. One of the most compelling arguments for a January announcement is Nintendo's need to prepare for their financial meeting on February 4th. Typically, companies like to have major news or product announcements lined up before these meetings to boost investor confidence and create buzz. If the Switch 2 is revealed in January, it would give Nintendo the perfect opportunity to showcase their plans for the next fiscal year. But what about the release date? The insider we've been discussing is sticking with March as the target, and this isn't without precedent. March aligns with the end of Nintendo's fiscal year, a time when they often make big moves to maximize financial performance. The original Switch, for instance, was released in March 2017. A similar timeline for the Switch 2 would not only make sense historically but also provide Nintendo with a strategic advantage in the market. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on all the latest developments, from insider leaks to official announcements. And don't forget, there's still plenty of holiday content coming your way, including giveaways and live streams. Thanks for joining me today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What are you most excited about for the Switch 2? And what features are you hoping to see? I'll see you all next time, and until then, take care and happy gaming!